Hello everyone, wherever you are, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Mr. Sepp, and today we're going to be doing something that I absolutely love watching, which is football for sure. And the Euro 2020 is going on, so it's 2021, but because of the COVID, this year we're having Euro, so let's see what's going to happen in the Euro. My money is on probably now. I think the quarterfinal has been done, so my money is on Belgium. I think round of 16 was done, so not quarterfinal, so my money is on Belgium to win. They have, I don't know what it's going to happen with De Bruyne and Hazard, but let's see about it. But that we'll talk later. But for now, we're going to rank some players. I'm going to rank some players and see where they come about. Now, for the tier list, I have made all of this list, so which starts from semi-pro, great, all the way to the GOAT. Now, like for the GOAT, I think I only have like two players among all the list in here. Of course, taking out Pele and Maradona, and probably my favorite player, I think, Johan Cruyff. But other than that, I think it's quite easy to know which two players will be in the GOAT. But let's see for the other players where they will be. Now, starting with Aguero. I think superb for Man City. I think who can forget that the time where he scored the last minute goal against QPR to get the title for Man City. I think who can forget the Martin Tyler's comment at the time also, Aguero! That was superb to watch. So I think it's a great play for Man City. I think the leading goal scorer for Man City, I think, is going out this year. But for me, he has to be on the legend. I think I won't put him in the ultimate. I think there's a lot of, I would say, if he had won more, I would say, individual accolades, something like Ballon d'Or, or probably won kind of World Cup with the team Argentina, I think I put him in ultimate. But I think for that reason, because the players that I have in the ultimate, I think are better than Aguero, but I still put him in legend. Dani Alves, I think one of the best right back for when he was in Barcelona. I think probably I really kind of personally don't like him as a player. He's fantastic, but the fact that that the whole kind of Barcelona team was very much faking whenever they get injured or something like that. But he was kind of the more lead actor in that sense. So I'm not really a huge fan. So for that reason, I think I'm gonna put him in pro. as a player, he's fantastic. But I think I'm still gonna put him in pro. For that, I think just a personal reason, I believe. But yeah, I don't like just football players just rolling around. Even Neymar did so. But I think I might change him and put him in the legend later on. But for now, I'm gonna put it in pro. Bale, he had so much potential. I think he does fantastically well for Wales, but he didn't have the I would say the career that he wanted to have in Real Madrid. I think when he went for around $100 million, I believe. So he was very good in Tottenham when he came, and from Southampton, but it was not the same when he went to Real Madrid, getting injured all the time. And then I think he didn't have a very good relationship with the the viewers also. So yeah, to say with the supporters. So I hope he does well in the Tottenham again, but let's see what happens. Michael Black, is it Michael Ballack? I think I'm gonna put him in pro also. I think I think he was. I don't know much about him. I didn't watch much of his career, I believe, but he was I think a great player, great midfield. Did very well in Chelsea, but I think I really can't say much about him. David Beckham, Man United legend, as well as Real Madrid, of course, went to Galaxy. I think in terms of like quality, I think one of the best passers, at least, like very pinpoint accuracy, fantastic free kicks. Who can forget the match between England and Greece, where he scored the last minute free kick to get England into finals for the Euro. So he has his moment. I think good player. Solid player all around. Benzema, I'm gonna put him in pro. I think for me, like if I have to pick between Benzema and Aguero, I think I will always pick Aguero. His accuracy, his finishing is not there with Aguero. So I think for that reason, I'm gonna put him in Benzema. I put him in pro. He has done very well for Real Madrid and France, I believe. But I think more can be expected. I could have expected from him, but yeah, he's getting a little bit on the older side, so let's see about it. And I mean Buffon. Not is it? Yeah, Buffon. I think. Yeah. Buffon. I'm gonna put him in ultimate. I think one of the best goalkeeper out there. For I mean, he's age of 40 or 41 at this moment. So sadly, he doesn't have a Champions League. I don't think so. Juventus has one with him. I think he got the World Cup in 2006, I believe. So yeah, that's there. So I think I had to put him in ultimate. Fantastic keeper. I mean, what can you say? What can you say more than that? Playing for so long years. Busquets, I'm gonna put him in pro. I think he's the kind of a player who gets unnoticed a lot of the times, even with the Barcelona, even in Spain he was playing. Along with Xavi and Iniesta, they used to kind of hog all the limelight, and I mean, understandable why they hog the limelight, but he was a very silent worker. The work behind, didn't like him, similar to Dani Alves. I think there's a lot of faking around, but all in all, solid player. Casillas, I'm gonna put him in legend. I mean, like, both of them are a fantastic keeper, but I think for the longevity of playing in the highest level for that long, I think I'm gonna put Buffon in the ultimate. I think Casillas started very young age, I think, in Real Madrid and became the #1 keeper. So you got to give him for that. I think should I put, because he is indeed a World Cup winner as well as a Euro Cup. I think they won. I think back to back Euro. I think they won 2008 and 2012. In 2010 World Cup also Spain won. So he was a captain. I think Carlos Puyol was a captain. But for now, I think I'm gonna put him in legend. I mean Ronaldo. I mean, there is no song. There's only one place that he's going. That is GOAT. Greatest of all time for sure. I mean, what a player. I mean, and the thing is that many of us, are able to watch him live and play, and still perform at this age. At the age of 35, he's already kind of the highest goal scorer in this Euro 2020. So I think superb player. I think not much to say. I think what even the pundits haven't said about him. Fantastic. Deco, I'll put him in pro player. I think as a player, I mean, like, I'm kind of comparing David Beckham with Deco. I think I have to see, but I think he's a superb player. I think he's still playing for Portugal. I'm gonna put him in legend. Actually, I'm gonna put him in legend. I think that much he deserves. I think, for sure. Superb player. I think fantastic with Barcelona. I think he went to Chelsea. I think from Chelsea to Barcelona, and been super for Portugal a year round. Drogba, certainly into legend. I mean, what a legend for Chelsea for sure. And for Ivory Coast, I think only has a player, even has a human being, as he's been superb. I think, but I think they won was it there when they won the first Champions League? I don't know if if Drogba was there or not. Torres was certainly there, but yeah, brilliant player. I think a nightmare for the many defenders in the EPL when he was playing. Eto'o, I'm gonna put him in legend also. I think I didn't follow him very much, but he was he was a good goal scorer for Barcelona, for Cameroon. I think super players. I think super representative of the African nation in Drogba and Eto'o. Fabregas, I'm gonna put him in pro. I think I'm gonna put him in great, because I don't think so he belongs on this level where Balak, Benzema, or I think he didn't do very well. I think he started very well with Arsenal, but his career kind of went it down. So he wasn't, I would say, he was supposed to be the next Iniesta and Xavi, but he couldn't do that. So yeah, I think I'm gonna put him in great. I think that's kind of fair for him. Figo, you gotta put him in ultimate. I mean, like, what a player he is. Sadly they lost the 2000. When did they play in Greece in the final? I forgot when it was. I think it was 2004. They lost the of course final to Greece, who won the European Cup. But I think a superb player. I mean, what more can you say about the man, the legend himself? Diego Forlan, I think, if I'm not wrong. I'm gonna put him in legend. I haven't followed him that much, but I know he's a very good. I don't know the stats about him. I'm gonna put him in pro. I think that's a little bit fair. I think many of them do belong in legend, but you kind of have to. I think I might change it later on, but I think he's a prolific striker also. I think he played for Atletico Madrid and Uruguay, of course. Ryan Giggs, I'm gonna put him in legend. Another Man United legend, I think, who's played for like what 16, 17 years. No, more than 25. I think around 20, 23 to 25 years that he played for Man United. Uh, I mean, fantastic player. So I think he's got to be there. I think winning what 2 Champions League with them, how many 13 Premier League titles. I think that says a lot about him. I mean, sadly he can't do much with the national team Wales, but I think a super player around. Griezmann, I'm gonna put him in legend for now. I think probably I'm gonna put him in pro. I think he has a lot. I think a few years to go, so I think he might go into legend later on. But for now, I think I'm gonna put him in pro. And this one, number 14, I don't know who this player is. I kind of forgot. But Thierry Henry, you gotta be ultimate. I think he's a leading goal. No, is he? I think it's a Shearer or him is the leading goal scorer for EPL. I think fantastic World Cup win in 1998. And I think he also won the European Cup, I believe, in France. I don't know if they won it or I forgot about it. But I think what a player. I think you don't have to say much about the Arsenal legend for sure. Prolific striker of the ball. And brilliant, ball control, fantastic run, super finishing. I mean, like, what a player. Zlatan, I'm gonna put him in. I have to put him in. I kind of want to put him in ultimate because I think. I mean, like, he's a fantastic player that he is. I think he's gone to every kind of the major leagues and won the championship. I think the title, except maybe England. But he has, I think, no matter which team he has gone, he has won trophies in their teams. I think he won the Europa League with Man United. I think PSG won titles. Inter Milan, he won the Champions League as well as the Premier title. So I think I would say the greatest player of Sweden for sure. So I think he has to be in the ultimate for me. Iniesta, I think one of my best midfielder that I absolutely love. I think watch him play, watch him do his magic. I think what a passing, what accuracy that he has, what vision. I mean, all in all, he's I think I would literally put him in GOAT also for me because but I cannot compete with him with Ronaldo. I think that's the kind of things like Messi and Ronaldo has to be GOAT for me. So the only reason that I would put Iniesta is there. So I think for me one of my favorite midfielders to watch. Kaka, I would put him in legend. I mean, during his prime, he was a super player. I might change and put few players in GOAT also because the players that I really love watching. I think even for given situation like given position like strikers or like goalkeepers, or I think I might just redo a little bit, revamp a little bit. But for now, I'm just gonna put him in ultimate. And Kaká, of course, fantastic player for Brazil, skillful, beautiful running passes. Very good, attacking midfielder. I think, with AC Milan, that he was doing really well. N'Golo Kante, I'm gonna put him in legend. I'm gonna put him in pro for now. I think he's gonna be very easily be an ultimate or legend later on in his life. I think what a workhorse he is. I think what an engine he is. Brilliant player. I mean, who can forget that year with Leicester City? So superb player. I think very much the engine of the whole team. No matter which team he goes to now, is the Chelsea, before it was Leicester City, along with France. I think super player, World Cup winner already. Sadly they couldn't win the Europe Cup. Last time they lost with Last time they lost with Portugal. This time they went a little bit early. I was mostly expecting France to win the Euro this time around 2020, but sadly that didn't happen. So, but a super player at the end. Miroslav Klose, I'm gonna put him in legend. I think he deserves there. I think he's the highest goal scorer in World Cup. If I'm not wrong, maybe Müller have taken over or not, or if Ronaldo has taken over. I don't know about that one, but I think a superb goal scorer for. I think he played for Germany and Stuttgart or Werder Bremen. I think it's Werder Bremen that he played for. But a super player. And let's Toni Kroos. I'm gonna put him in pro. Another great player. I think I don't think so. He's in the same level as Kante. I think given the impact Kante has on the team. I think, but I think beautiful vision and passes that he can do. Good free kicks also he has. Kroos, but yeah, I think pro is good. Lampard, I'm gonna put him in legend. I think Cruz could, kind of turn up in Legend, and I think Kante could turn up in Ultimate for me in the future after once they retired. But Lampard has to be in the Legend. I think super player for Chelsea for the longevity also. They won the title a few times with Jose Mourinho, and a great player all around. I think sadly, like even the England players with Paul Scholes, Steven Gerrard, and Lampard. I mean, they couldn't do much in the Euro or the uh, or the World Cup. So, but yeah, but I think he did pretty well. Not very good as a manager, but I think he'll do well in the future. Suarez, I'm gonna put him in Ultimate. I think superb striker. I mean, fantastic for Liverpool, fantastic for Barcelona. Brilliant for Uruguay. So I think a super player all around. Maldini, probably one of my favorite player to watch. I mean, I have to put him in Ultimate. I think I might tune it up and take him to the GOAT, because he's one of the best defenders there. I think I read a Wikipedia somewhere that he does not have a single red card in his whole life, and that is just crazy for a defender not to have that. I think what a player. I think he retired at the age of 40 or 40 at the top level with AC Milan. Like, come on, that's ridiculous. So Mbappe, I'm gonna put him in Pro. He's already better than most of the players there is at this moment. He's only like 2021. He's gonna learn a lot. He has a very potential to be the GOAT, I think, and that's the thing. It's like he has the pace, he has the vision, he has the goal. I think he just got to put his head down and do the work. And I think if he does have the work ethic, then he can be. He'll be considered the GOAT in the future for sure. Messi, the legend. Some call him the Messiah. What can you say about him? Like, you can only watch in awe of Messi. I think who can forget that fantastic individual goal he scored against I forgot one of the Spanish team, but what a player. What a player. I'm so lucky. I think we all are lucky to watch these two kind of play the game. Modric, one of my favorite players in the current time. Ultimate, I think, has to be Ultimate for me. One of my favorite players. I think did fantastically well for the 2018 World Cup in Russia, to Croatia, to all the way to the final. Really gutted that they couldn't win, but I think France was a bit of a tough team to beat in the final. I think they had a fantastic super players at this moment. So they kind of have the another golden generation, along with Zidane and Thierry Henry, Vieira they had in the 1990s, late 1990s. But yeah, I think super player. Modric. Neymar, I'm gonna put him in Legend. I think he had a lot of potential. I think he's nearing the top scorer for Brazil. I think with Pele, 77. I think Pele scored. He's around 68 or something like that. But I expected a lot from Neymar. I think people also expected a lot. He's a super player. Fantastic trickster. Beautiful dribbling. Passing. I would say goal scoring. It is there. But I think he could have done a lot better. I think everybody was expecting, like after Messi and Ronaldo, there will be Neymar. I think he should have been, like he should be the signing star of the football at this moment, but still not there. And still Ronaldo and Messi still are doing there. So that talks a lot about these two players as players, Ronaldo and Messi. But I think Neymar, I think he has to step it up. But I don't know. He's got the legs or the years to do it. So, but I hope he does it in the future. No matter how long he plays for, I think he's a super player. So, Michael Owen, I'm gonna put him in. Legend. I think there was a lot of expectation of him. I think he didn't live to all his expectation, I would say so. But a good player all around. I think Liverpool legend for sure. Real Madrid, he played well. I came to Man United for a while. I think 2 years, I believe he played. Scored a fantastic goal against Man City in the last minute. I believe they won 4-3. So it was a good time. So, but I think I'm gonna put him in Legend. I think that's fair. Gerard Piqué, I'm gonna put him in Legend again, along with Sergio Ramos. I think Puyol, firstly, in Barcelona, he played fantastically well. Good defender, solid defender. A little bit slow on the slowest side, but good defender overall. I think won a lot of trophies with Barcelona and Spain. Pirlo, Andre Pirlo, who's gonna forget him? Not much had to be said about Andre Pirlo. I think his passing is like another level for sure. Juventus legend and Italy legend. I mean, like, fantastic. Pogba, I'm gonna put him in pro. A lot to do in the future. Super vision, super pass, fantastic long shots he has. Great on the ball. Dribbling is brilliant. A little bit sluggish, a little bit slow. Doesn't work. I mean, the work ethic is not really there. If he really puts in the yards, I think he'll be a fantastic player. I think. I mean, if he had the work ethic of Kante, I think he would be probably the best player at this moment. But yeah, but I think he can do a lot in the future for sure. This is Carlos Puyol, I believe. So I'm gonna put him in ultimate. I think fantastic captain for. I think even though that he was like 5'9" or 5'10", but one of the best defenders out there. Yeah, I think he did superb for Barcelona, for Spain. Ronaldinho, probably my favorite player. I love Ronaldinho. I think he had that smile while playing football. He enjoyed his game. His dribbling was par with, like, even Messi would say that he is, on par with dribbling. So I'm gonna put him in goal. I think he's one player that outside of Messi and Ronaldo that I admire a lot. I think he is like, for me, is like, I'm a huge fan of Ronaldinho. So yeah, fantastic player. But Ronaldo and Messi will be ahead of Ronaldinho for sure. Sergio Ramos, I'm gonna put him in ultimate. I think a brilliant player at the highest level that he played for so long, since the age of 18 or 19. Been superb all the years. One of the best defenders out there. So yeah. Raul, I'm gonna put him in legend. I think in terms of like Thierry Henry, Ibrahimovic, I think I would always pick these two ahead of Raul. I think for that reason, I think he slots into legend. I think, yeah, super player nonetheless. But I think that's fair point for him to be in the legend. Frank Ribery, I'm gonna put him in legend again. I think like kind of the ultimate and the goat would be kind of my first pick of the team if I can, So I think Frank Ribery, I think fantastic for France, for Bayern Munich that he played. But I think a legend is kind of fair for Rivaldo. I'm gonna put him in legend again. I mean, he was a brilliant player. I think it's kind of a little bit unfair to put him in legend, I believe, but I'm gonna go with legend. I'm gonna go with legend at this moment. I think Rivaldo would very similar to be in. I would put Luis Figo. I think I'm gonna put him in ultimate also. Roberto Carlos, without a shadow of doubt, one of the best left back there is. I mean, who can forget that goal against France? The defying physics goal that he scored. That was superb. If you haven't watched it, search in YouTube and watch it. I think it's a fantastic goal that you can watch. Ronaldo for me has to be in the GOAT in there. I mean, like, what a player. What a player. I was a huge Brazilian. I'm still a Brazilian fan. And Ronaldo was one of my favorite players. I think the reason that I wore a number 9 jersey also was because of that. I wanted to be a striker and play as a striker because of Ronaldo, and I think he's a superb player. So Rooney, I'm gonna put him in ultimate, leading goal scorer for Man United. I think also England, if I'm not wrong. But yeah, I think it's a super player. I think towards the end, I think he didn't play much in the striker role, more of a cam role or midfield role. But I think his talent is there. I think so. I'm gonna put him in ultimate. Seedorf, I'm gonna put him in. I don't know much about Seedorf, to be honest with you. But from what I know, super player, I think. But if I have to choose between Iniesta and Seedorf, I'm probably gonna choose Iniesta because I watched a lot more of him. Don't know much about Seedorf, but I think I'm gonna put him in legend. I think that's kind of fair. I think this one is Nesta, if I'm not wrong. I kind of don't know the name of this player. So I'm gonna put him in legend for now because I really don't know. I think it is Nesta, if I'm not wrong. I think Snyder, I'm gonna put him in legend. Good midfield. Didn't really follow him much. I did watch a few matches in Real Madrid with him, Netherlands with him, but not much than that. So I'm gonna put him in legend. I think he's a good player. Torres, I'm gonna put him in pro. Good player, but not consistent enough, so I wouldn't put him in legend, I believe. He had a good time in Liverpool, then he went to Chelsea for like $50 million, but yeah, he didn't do very well in Chelsea. I mean, they did win the Champions League, but I think he has been downfall since, yeah, since Liverpool. So I think if he had stayed in Liverpool, I think he would have been super player. Totti, I'm gonna put him in legend, another legend for Roma as well as Italy. Van Persie also, I'm going to put him in legend. Fantastic goal scorer for Netherlands as well as Arsenal. Played a little bit of years towards the end with Man United. Scored a fantastic volley. Yeah, and Van Nistelrooy, I'm going to put him in legend too. I think I kind of will want like Thierry Henry, Ibrahimovic over Van Persie or Van Nistelrooy. I mean, Van Nistelrooy more of a poacher of a goal rather than it's more of a poacher rather than a like kind of a plays off the ball or kind of player. Yeah, so it is good. Nemanja Vidic, I'm gonna put him in legend. Fantastic defender, very hard tackle, many red cards he got, and then it was a super play for Serbia as well as Man United. David Villa, I'm gonna put him in legend also. He is far better than Torres for sure in terms of goal scoring, especially for Spain. He did superbly well. I forgot which team he played for in Spanish league. I kind of don't know about that. And now let's look at Xabi Alonso. Xabi Alonso, one of my favorite players also, but I'm gonna put him in legend compared to all these players that I have in Ultimate. So yeah, I think good player. Super player, I think, for Bayern Munich and Liverpool, of course. Yeah, and it's Spain. Brilliant. Xavi got to be in Ultimate. I mean, there's no way that Iniesta and Xavi is not going to be in the Ultimate. If I have to choose two midfielders to put in the GOAT, it has to be these two. At least the players that I have watched, a lot of minutes. So Yaya Toure, I'm going to put him in legend. Another fantastic player for Man City. I think he played for Ivory Coast, if I'm not wrong, for international. Or is it? No, maybe it's not Ivory Coast. I forgot which he played for. But brilliant player. I think they did superbly well with Yaya Toure in the middle. Zinedine Zidane, you gotta put him in Ultimate. I think you can put him in actually GOAT, I think, but I'm gonna reserve it for Ultimate for him now. Kind of the top of the Ultimate, if I have to say. And number 14, I kind of don't know who number 14 was for Real Madrid. I don't know when it was. Yeah, but this is the most of the team I think that I'm happy with. If I really have to move few to GOAT and few to Legends or to Ultimate, I probably would, but this one I don't know, so I'm gonna put him in semi-pro for now. So other than that, yeah, I think this is kind of my favorite players that I played with, and not played with, sorry, I mean that I watched growing up. And I think most of them I think I did watch, but few of them, yes, I watched few minutes, I mean like few games, not much games, but I think super. Other than Seedorf, I think I've watched most of the players, or I think this one is Nesta, if I'm not wrong. I think I've watched most of the players. Yeah, play good. So yeah, I think, but to recap again, let's go over it. Go Messi, Ronaldo, Ronaldinho, probably my 4 favorite players. Ultimate, Zinedine Zidane, Buffon, Figo, Thierry Henry, Ibrahimovic, Iniesta, Suarez, Maldini, Modric, Puyol, Rivaldo, Pirlo, Sergio Ramos, Rooney. I don't know if Rooney should be there. I mean, like if I compare with like Thierry Henry and Ibrahimovic, and kind of, I think Rooney would be fair in legend, I believe, because there are few players that I could transfer them to Ultimate from there who would be better than Rooney, but I think I'm gonna be good with it. I think Neymar probably would end up in Ultimate later on, depending on how his career goes, but yeah, I think Casillas also kind of deserves an Ultimate. I'm gonna put Casillas in Ultimate. I think he deserves there. I think, yeah. Other than that, I'm quite happy with all the teams. I mean all the players. Mbappe and Pogba and Kante probably could end up in Ultimate for me in the future, but for now I think I'm quite happy with it. Yeah, so this is all the tier list for most of the players. So yeah, if you guys like the videos, then please share, comment and subscribe, and then see you again next time. Bye bye.